People of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Golding was in a fiery motion. Yes, Mark Jefferson Golding never in a no kinty business. When Mark Golding up on the podium at the East Rural, yes, Patrick Peter King rally, yes, Mark Golding in a no pretty boy thing. Mark Golding tell them straight, say, what a go on in the Jamaica Labour Party now is not corruption, a straight, crooked, and thieving thing. Yeah, Mark Golding say him no in a no pretty thing. Him no in a no pretty up thing. A straight, thieving, a go on in the Jamaica Labour Party. Right you know, and them attack it straight as it is. Yeah, man. So, Mark Golding's speech, I want to listen it. Right you know, listen it.
They recognize them for what they are now. And all the propaganda and all the hype that they're trying to spew through the airways and using the government agencies to advertise all sorts of positive things when the people's experience is so different. Running around, opening, cutting ribbon, groundbreaking on projects which are not either ready or are never going to see the light of day. The people will not be fooled. And you comrades, our comrades of this big, wonderful constituency of East Rural St. Andrew, I say to you, you are going to come under some pressure. You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades. And we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought because we are not for sale. Michael Manley taught us that. And we remember his...
Good evening. I can tell you my heart is full. Because as the Israel come out today, party leader, enough love and respect. The party leader has been with us since 12 o'clock today. And we start from Cambridge. I don't want to make no mistake up in the hills. We start from Cambridge, go down through Maryland, and come all the way down. I must tell you, party leader, many thanks, but I was complaining to the party leader and said we must come back. We must come back and we must finish up Melbrook and we must finish up Bayshore. And the party leader tell me, yes, Peter King, I'm going to come in and St. Benedict's that we're going to come in and we're going to finish up the constituency. And I can say, I'm going to lobby for East Rural from now. And I'm going to tell the party leader that my constituency is bigger than everything in Kingston and St. Andrew. We can't even walk it out in a day. So, guess what? When I'm fighting for resources for East Rural St. Andrew, I'm going to fight harder than Palwell. Because I'm going to want more than Palwell because my constituency is so big. So, I start to lobby for the constituency from now because the constituency is big and we have to make sure that we do things that it reflect and fix the constituency, that the lives of the people here will be better. But before I get into it, I must thank all my colleagues for coming out. Pat, Paul, well, and everybody. My Fortis brother, McGregor, thanks for coming out. All the councillor candidates. My friend from Trelawney, Patmore, drive all the way from South Trelawney to here. So I have to big him up and tell him many, many thanks to be here. Must thank all my councillors, Oliver Clue, Vivian, Bujo, Meeks is here somewhere. Thank all of them for coming out. And what I can say, East Rural, I can say that the people of East Rural are ready. And the people of East Rural are showing that whenever the election call, they are going to vote PNP. The ground in East Rural is getting so hot, I can tell the labor rights, Peter King is catching a fire. And we're going to make sure that fire blaze right until the election is called. The Prime Minister refused to call the election, and I rang him because if him see his wife in trouble, him not going to call the election. But we have to make sure that we hold it. And how long then take, we have to make sure we're ready. And we have to stay united. I don't want we disrespect no one in Israel, St. Andrew. And I can tell you something. Then say me soft. And I can tell anybody here that I don't consider myself being a soft person. I can be rough if I want. But me not come here to bad up nobody. Me not come here to disrespect nobody. I come here to put up myself to represent you, to make sure that I make your communities and your lives better. But we're going into an election, and it's a serious business. And sometimes I want to go and see the other side of me. Because we have to make sure that we keep the thing tight, and we make sure that we are going into serious business. For this meeting alone, I can tell you, I never take it light. I was up until about 12 o'clock last night, making sure that everything is put together, that we have a good day. Some little things go on today, and we know so we have to tighten it up a little more, because I'm here to say a youth drop off our bus. So the next time when we come out and things, we want to express some discipline. We don't want, if I come out and we go back on my bed, me as somebody injured and all them type of thing there. So we have to have a little bit more discipline when we're up on the road. So please, I'm begging you, just keep it tight. Make we get in. I know Israel say we hold it a little bit long, because when you get jealous, when you see Patmore of him big thing, when you say you want something in Israel. When you see McGregor of him big thing, when you say you want something in Israel. So we have given you today, so you know that this is the beginning of us building the vibes in Israel and making sure that we keep these vibes and get into the election. And it's not only vibes alone, because Vivian always says if the pastor jumpy, then the church I go jumpy. So it's not only jump up we want in Israel, St. Andrew. We want real political work. The people start the work already, and the people making it easy for us to win the constituency. Make sure we get serious and do the work seriously, because it's not a joke thing. Mark Golding have to become the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. Because Jamaica in a serious problem right now. And I don't want, after the election, I blame myself as a Peter King. If it was one more seat, it should be easy to get it. So make I tell you something. All of us have to make sure we work hard and bring home the seat. It's better when I go on my bed and I say, Ratted, we have 63 seats. And now we're full of parliament. But now make we want one and we never bring it home. Yeah? So I'm begging you, Israel. And I feel good because everywhere we go, when we go through the hills, we come down on the flat, the people ready in the flat. And you know why the people ready? Because this government have more gall than a garland. Andrew Holness will try to tell everybody in Jamaica that we are doing better. and everything all right in Jamaica. And we know that nothing no go so. People in Jamaica for the last 9 years have been going through perilous times in Jamaica, I would call it. When them can say them all right, it's because them and them friends are right. And them set it for them and them friends all right, but the rest of the Jamaica don't all right like them. And that is why the people of Jamaica have now standing up and say, enough is enough, and we have to get rid of this government. So don't make him come and try to tell you lies and tell about the macroeconomic, this good and this good. Our feeling in Jamaica. And we know that because of how we feel, we don't want this government to take us any further. I don't want to see 5 more years of the JLP. I don't know if you want to see it, but I don't want to see it. I don't want to see 5 more years of this MP in his... Because if I start to complain, I can stay the whole night. And I know that the party leader ready to speak. But when you look at the roads in East Rural, them can't say them do anything. Them jumping around now and fixing piece here and piece there. Them putting asphalt and dirt. I pray that the rain don't fall because I don't want them to say my bad mind and say, may I pray the rain for fall, for mash up the foolishness of them do. So I pray the rain don't fall for make little of the asphalt stay so you can get little smooth road. But the work that they are doing is just rush work right now. And don't do nothing when they should be walking right now and hopping and skipping around because the work don't do. Them spend the whole time where the community center in Bull Bay, them lock it down. We had one in Irish Town, them lock it down. We had a nice football field in Burial in Irish Town. And when you look at it, the grass I had a man right now. And when the MP, she said she working. And people say, Peter King, why you running for Israel St. Andrew and the MP working? But I know why they think that. Because one day I was in the hills and go to church. And when I pass the river, I look and I see a car in the river. And I see a tractor in the river. And it taking sand. And apparently, then say they're doing some fixing of one road. So I say on the social media, big fixing of road and fixing road. So the other time now I'm driving past now, and I say to the person in the car, where the road there? They say, no man, they fix the road, man. They say, where the road there? And the person show me a little patch of road. And I say, so at that them put on social media, say them fix. So I can tell you what you have is that you have an MP that is playing camera trick. It's almost like it's a karate movie. You understand? So if you want to believe foolishness and say, then doing work, when you live here, I know things hard. The other day, I talked to a young lady. She said, Mr. Peter Kid, me used to drive a car, but me have to stop. Car, me can't drive, come at my gate first of all, and the car I mash up every minute me lose my front end. So, me have to just sell the car. And when she sell the car, life not even easier for her, you know. Because she have to come out from way and walk go her yard. So life has been harder for the residents of Israel St. Andrew. And that is why you must vote for me and make sure that we have a PNP to ensure that we do the work that is supposed to be done. Because when you look back in Israel St. Andrew, all of the work that has been done here has been done by PNP. People go as far back as Roy Magan and I say Roy Magan do the work. Them should have shame. Them say Oliver Clough fix the whole of the road them. And them, some of them are mash up. We are mash up now because a long time that Damien come in and put in some programs. And those are the only long-standing work in Israel St. Andrew. That means that don't have no vision, don't business boy, and without vision, Israel will perish. And we're not going to make that happen. So, we have a plan for this constituency. In the hills, we have a coffee farmers, and we have to make sure we take care of them. When PNP was in power, coffee was half a coffee. Them doing absolutely nothing for coffee. Coffee is a product of competitive advantage in the world. And them have no risk at all for something like that. Coffee roads bad. Coffee farmers now get nothing. And now I see them run around because we start talking about it. And say them give the coffee farmers some fertilizers and all of that. But when you give them that more years before them get it again. So we have plans for coffee farmers to ensure that we give you things so that you can give your coffee can produce and you can make a money off it. Make sure we can give you fertilizer. Make sure we arrange that you can get equipment to work on your farms. So we have a plan for coffee farmers. I want the coffee people in the hills to stand up behind me. When you look in terms of the youth, we want to ensure that we look out for this. The youths in Israel are talented. And some of them who don't get it out of education, we have to ensure that we can certify them. So we have to go bring back in program in the constituency. We have to bring in other programs in the constituency that can look out for can ensure that the youths can get proper certification. That when them come a road, them are going to make money because they're properly certified. So if we look back out for them, the community centers, when them shut down, the youth them a ball, we want back community centers. And we have a plan that in terms of when we go into community centers, we're going to ensure that it's some smart centers, that we have internet connectivity, because Paul will have to make sure to help with all of them type of thing there. So we have to make sure so we have things like that. The libraries and all of that, them a ball on me. So if you look out for the youth, that them have libraries and all that in the constituency, so that them can use these things to better their lives. So we plan to work for them. I ask nobody can me see it for myself. So I am begging you, Israel St. Andrew, and I'm going to cool off, beg the party leader come and address you. But what I can say to you, this is the beginning, and it is just a start. And when we meet again, anytime like this, you see the crowd bigger, because the people are ready. I am ready, and we are ready to work together. But before we get there, we have to make sure we get the labor rights out of town and bring in Iman. So enough love and respect, Israel St. Andrew.
Israel, let's wait for your next member of parliament. Comrade Patrick Peterkin. And while Comrade Peterkin was adding you, the member of parliament for South St. Catherine, Portmore Governor, Comrade Fitz Jackson, entered the building. We greet you, sir. And we know that when East Rural win, PNP win. And a win for East Rural is also a win to make Comrade Mark Golding Prime Minister of Jamaica. Now, too, the chairman of the Jamaica Labour Party said that our leader is an to the Jamaica Labour Party. Now me hear them a call him bad mind because him a try fix their corrupted mind. Now them all a tell we fi choose Jamaica when fi them pocket fatter. But since they want us to choose Jamaica, we are choosing. We are choosing integrity. We are choosing a leader who has a clear vision that works for the people of Jamaica. Comrades of East Rural, please be upstanding. And when you see him again, no more opposition leader. You're going to call him Prime Minister Golding. Comrades, make welcome your next.
Well, this is being represented from Mark Golding, aka Marky G. Yeah, them not bad like we. Now them know we. Them just see we. Yeah, man, on TV. Zaga, Z. Marky G, I know you what Marky G we don't know, so none of them not like me. See them all hype up, but that still not spite me. Holding a cut and cut through because I love in a yard, and none of them can. Oh, Marky G we don't know, so none of them not like me. So me I got stand up with them face it all me Nike.
Comrade chairman of the meeting. All of the comrades. Special shout out. Comrade Philip Palwell. Comrade Fitz Jackson. I have to call out my seniors, you know. Big up Comrade Patmore. Nice to see you here in town, you know. Yeah, man. Comrade Beverly Manley. Boy, me everywhere I go, I see you. Comrade Patricia, enough love. Comrade Steve. Comrade Dawes. Boy, enough name there, you know, man. Peter King, you're popular, man. I love that. But of course, big up the workers and warriors, foot soldiers, supporters of the People's National Party here in Israel, St. Andrew, and any other comrades who have come tonight to lend support to Comrade Peter King. And I want to big up Comrade Peter Ken himself. You know, we've spent today together moving through the constituency. It's a very big constituency. So we never got to do every part of it. And I've given him an assurance that some critical areas where we haven't gone yet, we will cover it on another day. We will be back. But Comrade Peter King, me just love how he move, you know. Him well humble. Him serious about the task at hand. He's very calm and cool. Him not get flustered easy. And he's there showing his commitment to the people. Up and coming leader of the bar here in Jamaica. Him could have stayed in private practice and, you know, do what those lawyers do. But this man here decided he wants to serve the people of Jamaica and serve his country through the political process. And I'm proud at the same time that somebody of his quality is stepping forward when we are here as leader, and we're going to see the change that he will bring when he's elected, your representative, your member of parliament, to come to comrades, Garden, yeah, late, Garden House. Comrades, Jamaica is at a crossroads, and the people are looking on and saying they don't want no more of what they've been getting for the last 9 years. There's too much deception. There are too many lies being told. They're trying to picture this pretty picture when everybody knows that the reality is very ugly. That the lived experience that they go through day to day, when they have to traverse this country on the roads that they have left us with, when they have to interface with the health system in a deplorable condition, with so much of the equipment not working. All of these things. They know that this is a government that is a samphire government that is here to hoodwink the people. This is a government that can't be trusted. This is a government which has been responsible for more scandals, more incidents of corruption, nepotism, cronyism than any other. This is a government led by a prime minister whose integrity commission declarations cannot be certified. They have been investigated. Has been investigated for the offense of illicit enrichment, a serious offense, a corruption offense under the Corruption Prevention Act. And the Integrity Commission has said, because he didn't provide all the information they needed and asked for, further investigation is required, and they've sent it to the Financial Investigations Division, the FID. And you see the play now. A man who has publicly said, oh, I've read the report of the Integrity Commission. I've read what it says about millions of dollars in cash being lodged to accounts controlled by the Prime Minister from anonymous sources. I've read about the $470 million plus moving through the 28 bank accounts. I've read about the zero tax returns filed showing nothing, despite the $470 million in transactions. I've read about Positive Jamaica Foundation, a non-profit organization set up to raise money to be given to worthy causes, instead giving money to the Prime Minister's personal qualified investment for his benefit. And this man is saying, oh, there's nothing wrong with any of that. How can a man like that put himself in a position to be the head of the agency to investigate the Prime Minister on those very matters? It's clear that he's manifested bias. He has a conflict of interest, and he should not accept the job. I'm very disappointed, and he's compromised himself. Furthermore, the process has been flawed. I would say it has been corrupted, because the original requirements that were published for the post required at least 12 years experience in law enforcement, 5 of those years in a leadership position. We know that senior, very qualified police officers applied and did not get the job. And then somehow those requirements were changed and removed so that the requirements are watered down, and the person who's been appointed was then appointed. Well, I'm very disappointed in what has happened, where Jamaica's system to sensitive positions which have international ramifications has been subverted in this way. And we intend to continue to protest and fight against it because it is not right. And we must stay the course, comrades. We had a second peaceful demonstration this morning in Old Harbour. I've been on the road since 7:15 this morning. So it's been a long day. But we're not giving up, comrades. Because the ground is fertile. The people want better. The people want a government in which they can have trust and confidence. A government that is not going to embrace or put up with the hanky-panky that they have had to endure for the last 9 years. Corruption matters. When you go to the hospital and you need a CT scan, or you need some piece of equipment or some medication, and it's not available because the government doesn't have the resources. If the money wasn't being ripped off and siphoned to friends and company and cronies, then we'd have a better health system. We'd have a better road network, money to invest in education. Today we heard, I think it was today or was it yesterday, we heard about the situation in one of our high schools with such a high level of youths who cannot read and write in first form, grade 7. And they are busy defending the corruption in the country and wiggling. And when you hold them accountable and you stand up for principle, all you can hear from them is that you're bad mind. They don't know what bad mind is. We are good-minded people. We are decent people. We are standing up for what is right in this country. We're standing up for decency. We're standing up for good governance in this country. We're not standing up for hanky-panky, for cronyism and corruption. Bad mind. They're overwhelmed and wallowing in bad mind. But the people of Jamaica know what they are. They recognize them for what they are now. And all the propaganda and all the hype that they're trying to spew through the airways and using the government agencies to advertise all sorts of positive things when the people's experience is so different. Running around, opening, cutting ribbon, groundbreaking on projects which are not either ready or are never going to see the light of day. The people will not be fooled. And you comrades, our comrades of this big, wonderful constituency of East Rural St. Andrew, I say to you, you are going to come under some pressure. You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. Propaganda and all the hype that they're trying to spew through the airways and using the government agencies to advertise all sorts of positive things when the people's experience is so different. Running around, opening, cutting ribbon, groundbreaking on projects which are not either ready or are never going to see the light of day. The people will not be fooled. And you comrades, our comrades of this big, wonderful constituency of East Rural St. Andrew, I say to you, you are going to come under some pressure. You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades. And we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought because we are not for sale. Michael Manley taught us that. And we remember his message and his teachings. So comrades of East Rural St. Andrew, I want you to tell me, are you ready for the task at hand? Are you ready to stand up for a better Jamaica? Are you ready to stand up for a better constituency? Are you ready for Patrick Peterkin? Are you ready for Iman Mark G? Are you ready for the People's National Party? You look like you're ready. You sound like you're ready. You feel like you're ready. And I say, power to the people. Power to the people. One love, comrades. God bless you all. Thank you for a wonderful day. Keep the fire burning. Better must come. Victory must come. One love, comrades. God bless.